What's up, everybody? In this episode, I get some new toys to play with. You guys will get to join me as I test out the GoPro 7 Black as well as the Mavic 2 Pro with active tracking. So let's get started. Cue the music. Okay, I can already hear it in the comments. Someone's going to ask, why am I floating around on my Onewheel with the greatest and the newest GoPro and with the greatest and the newest Mavic drone when I should be somewhere amazing up in the mountains getting great footage with great scenery? Well, I'll tell you, the GoPro is mine. I purchased it. This is my first day using it. And the drone, the Mavic 2 Pro, belongs to my friend, and he wanted to test it out. And this is his first time using it. And so that's why we are here in this local city park surrounded by moms and their strollers. But don't worry, once we get the hang of this, we'll be finding some sweet locations to get some great footage. Why don't you guys take the time to count how many strollers we see, and I'll cue some dramatic music. Here we go. So now that we made it safely out of that playground area without hitting any strollers, I wanted to take a few minutes to talk about this Mavic 2 Pro. Right now we're using active tracking, so the drone is actually just flying along following me. It was programmed to follow me, and it knows to avoid the lampposts. It's pretty sweet technology. My buddy Chuck, all he had to do was to target me, and then the drone just knew to follow me wherever I was cruising. Really cool. It automatically followed and tried to keep me, the subject, in the center of the frame. For this next part, we thought it would be really neat if I one-wheeled around on some artificial turf. I thought because of the flat surface, it would be a joy to ride, but I was wrong. It was actually very, very difficult, and I fell my first time going on the turf pretty hard. I was surprised, and I asked around on the Onewheel Facebook group what other people's experiences were on turf, and I had comments such as, it's very slippery, it's very tough to stay stable, very tough to carve and turn. One person commented that it's like trying to one-wheel on a waterbed. And I think all those comments are very accurate. So I had a really tough time, but it was still fun practicing and using the drone, the Mavic 2 Pro, and the GoPro Hero 7 Black. So here's the drone tracking me. It is pretty amazing technology that once targeted it'll just track. And now I've switched over here. I'm using my new selfie stick by Smatry, and on it I'm using my new GoPro Hero 7 Black. When I was editing the videos, my wife was watching over my shoulder and she said, "Wow, those images are really crisp," and I have to agree. Very crisp, very sharp compared to my old GoPro Hero 3 Plus, which I had been using. I was very, very happy with the image stabilization as well. I know I've had people comment on my prior videos saying that sometimes my videos get a little shaky, and that's because I don't use a gimbal. When the new GoPro came out, I was really excited because they advertised it as gimbal-like stability, something that could replace a gimbal, and so I didn't hesitate and I got it first day it came out. So very happy with the image stabilization of the GoPro Hero 7 Black. And here we have more of the jogging moms getting their exercise in on this beautiful day in Colorado. My overall first day impressions of the GoPro Hero 7 is that it's pretty darn amazing. So back to the Mavic 2 Pro with the active tracking. Here Chuck has targeted me and selected me as the subject, and the drone will just automatically follow me, knowing to avoid any obstacles such as lampposts. It's pretty amazing technology, like I said, and if I felt like I was a traveler from the future floating around on my Onewheel, now with this drone hovering over me, following me wherever I go, that just cements that feeling of being from the future. It's a pretty cool feeling, and you get some pretty sweet shots like these shots here. So I'm just going to stop talking, and I'm just going to cue some more music and let you guys enjoy the footage. I do want to make one comment though regarding camera equipment, video equipment. I hope I don't discourage anyone from making videos of them on their Onewheel, because that is not my intention of making this. My intention is to show you that there is some pretty darn cool technology and equipment out there. One big problem is it's not cheap. And so my recommendation is, if you can't afford the newest GoPro or the latest and greatest drone, then use what you have. I will be coming out with another video in a little bit, once I find the time to make it, with an entire ride recorded with my cell phone. And I feel like the footage turned out pretty good. And all my other past videos that you guys may have seen, I'm using an old GoPro, the GoPro Hero 3 Plus, with an old cheap selfie stick, and then my cell phone to fill in the gaps. And so don't feel that you have to have new and great equipment to start making videos. My recommendation is just go ahead and start. When I make my videos, I'm using a 7-year-old MacBook Air, using a free software called iMovie, and using old equipment such as that GoPro, the old GoPro, and my cell phone. But because I love it so much, and once you get into it, you'll find out if you really like it or not. And when you find out that you do like it and you want to pursue it as a hobby, then start investing resources and getting more fancy equipment, upgrading your equipment. Here I'm showing the time warp with the GoPro. It's pretty sweet. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you're interested in making videos of you on your Onewheel or you doing whatever, don't wait. Just go ahead and do it with what you have. Then when you find out that you really enjoy it and this is a hobby you want to pursue, then you can start looking into upgrading your equipment, getting newer and better stuff. It's a ton of fun. I recommend you give it a try. Go out there, start making some videos of you on your Onewheel, enjoying the stoke. And if you're in the market for a video camera, I certainly recommend the GoPro Hero 7 Black as a great action camera. And before you know it, you'll be making some sweet video footage of you on your Onewheel, just like Jeff McCosker and Sly Dog Stroh. And if you don't know them, you should. And you should be watching their videos. I'll have links below.